Colby Lee Bean writes, could we ever see a Friends movie? And which TV show would you like to see get a reunion movie?
Huh, I'm chewing on some ice. For the reasons that I say most TV show turned into movies wouldn't work, I'll say that a Friends movie could. Friends is one of the rare shows that when it went off air, I was never a huge Friends fan. I appreciate what they did, and I can watch some reruns. But the thing about Friends is it went off the air when it was still #1. It was still huge. The series finale of that show, the ratings were off the chart. Into the tens of millions of people watched that. I mean, so you have this cast of characters that everybody still remembers and fondly loves. None of them have been able to break it out and have a big movie career per se.
Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, she hasn't really led anything though. She's always been a good supporting here and there popping up. I think it could work. I really do. Now, I think each year that passes shrinks the possibility that they'll actually get around to doing. But you could make a Friends movie for $50 million, and the only reason it would be that expensive is because of what you would have to pay the cast.
Right.
I mean, you could shoot a Friends episode for probably $5 million. Yeah. And then on top, like less than maybe $40 million, you can make a Friends film. You could make money on that film, and it's pretty big overseas as well. I think it's still possible, but I think the window is closing. What do you think?
Yeah, the window is closing. When was it? When did it go off the air? Was it 10 years ago?
Long time ago. Yeah.
Hasn't been 10 years yet.
Might have been.
Wow. Well, I think, yeah, whoever wants to, if someone's going to make a Friends movie, they better make it soon, because it is going to run through that nostalgia period where then it just becomes that series from like, 15, 20 years ago, it's just playing on Netflix. There's no way to get it going again. I would go see it, maybe. I'm with you. Like, I wasn't an everyday Friends regular, but once in a while it'd be on like a rerun or something. I would watch it and I laughed and I liked it. So they should do it though soon. If they're going to get those people together, Personally, I would like to see a Twin Peaks movie. I know they tried it once with Fire Walk with Me, but why not do it again? I mean, I think David Lynch and that entire universe has always been fun for me. I think that's one of my favorite television series ever. So I would love to see them do another 2-hour movie. Like, it's the 25th anniversary of Twin Peaks right now. And it's like in the very last episode, I think Laura says in the dream sequence, "I'll see you again in 25 years. So if they were going to do a Twin Peaks movie, please do it this year. That would make sense. So.
All right, what's next?
Michael Ray Miller writes, question, what does Johnny Depp have to do to be an A-list Hollywood actor again?
I mean, I don't know. This came up, we talked about this yesterday, right? Johnny Depp, make no mistake about it, is ridiculously talented. And he is still A-list. He's still A-list. But when you run down the box office, are people running out to see his movies? And the answer is no, right now. I don't know why. I mean, obviously there's some theories. It's the movies that he's picking. Maybe it's a little bit of Johnny Depp fatigue. But we ran down the films. Rum Diaries, Lone Ranger, Transcendence. There was another one in there that didn't work out so well.
The one with Angelina Jolie.
Dark Shadows.
Dark Shadows.
Dark Shadows. I mean, these are like 4 films now in a row that have not done well. And you can make the argument, well, that's because the movies didn't look very good. Okay, fair enough. But then is his name in it enough to make some people go to see it anyway? And the answer to that question is no. What can he do? I don't know. I mean, doing another Pirates of the Caribbean film helps, because that'll be another billion-dollar film and get everybody all entrenched in Johnny Depp again. And then maybe go off and do another high-quality, non-makeup wearing role that has some potential. Maybe, but I'm a little bit against, because I still believe Johnny Depp is ridiculously good at what he does. I believe he's a tremendous talent. So I believe he can still draw in an audience. I'm just not sure what the formula is you have to work around to make it happen. What do you think?
Yeah, I think what's happened with Depp is, like, I think he did a few too many kooky cartoon characters in a row. Like, he was like Jack Sparrow, then he was like Willy Wonka, then he was like, it's like a bunch of these different, he was like from the Alice in Wonderland.
And Dark Shadows.
Yeah. A bunch of like kind of bigger, even Rum Diaries, he had this extra affected accent. And it just, I know he is a great actor. I loved him in Ed Wood. I loved him in a lot of different films. But when he gets so big that he becomes like a 2D actor, like, there's no dimension to him, that's when people turn off. So even though he's in a film like, say, Transcendence, which he is, I haven't seen the movie, but perhaps he is more of a three-dimensional character, it doesn't go through, it doesn't break through the audience like breakdown. The audience is like kind of, I feel personally that the audience is broken down with that actor. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, he's just an, they don't, it's not translating for like, I want to see him do this performance because he's done too many 2D performances. So I would, you know, if I was his agent or manager, I'd be like, let's get a couple of meaty independent roles that you can play, lower budget films that you're actually acting in. And then that will build back the audience's belief in him, I think.
Okay, let's fire through a few more here really quick.
PSO Earth Tone writes, considering how many properties Lego works with, what cameos do you want to see in Lego 2?
Don't care. Cameos, don't care. They're really nice to pop up. It's not like it's like, oh, you gotta have this cameo, you gotta have this cameo. The last Lego movie was great. The next Lego movie will be great. They'll fill it full of cameos. I don't care which ones they are.
I want to see Major Matt Mason from outer space.
All right, what's next?
Chijito writes, do you think Nolan's new cinematographer will make his movies feel any different? How much of an impact will this make? Thanks.
I think visually it'll have a bigger impact than people think. I mean, as the cinematographer is a really key, important role in there, and that partnership between director and cinematographer is great. But remember, it's still going to be the same director at the helm. So I think for those really looking at it who really know Nolan films, I think they will see a visual difference. But at the same time, it's still going to be a Nolan film, so I think a lot of people won't notice.
Right. I don't think it'll be discernible. I think when Wally Pfister left, I'm sure Nolan went through a battery of the top DPs where he could find someone who he can communicate with.
And they're
easily.
lining up to work with him.
Yeah. I mean, although the top DPs are all, you know, hey, what about me? You know, so, and they know Nolan's way, you know, just watching his films, like there's a certain dialogue that you can say, all right, I know what you want, you know, how he makes his films, how he does the long shots, how he does the masters. So I don't personally think there'll be a discernible difference.
Hey everyone, if you liked this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.